Okay, again, we'll have question and answers at the end of the session. Our next speaker is Kazem Oraee, and he is a professor at Stirling University in the UK. He received his BS, MS, PhD, all from different universities in the UK. He has since graduation in 1983. He's been active in the industry and in academia. He's written an amazing 14 books. He's published over 300 papers. And this is really what is amazing to me. He's supervised over 80 PhD candidates and MS projects through his career, which is an amazing feat. So, and I'd also like to add my congratulations and thanks to Dr. Oraee for his recent scholarship for ground control. It's a great thing he's done. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Oraee. He's going to talk on a management system to develop occupational health and safety and ground control operations of underground mines.
Thanks very much, Tony. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A management system to develop occupational health and safety. Yes. Although we know that mines are now much safer than they were before, but still mining can be a dangerous occupation with many potential hazards. I would like to emphasize on these two words, can be and potential hazards. More than 104,000 miners were killed in mining accidents in the United States since 1900, and in the same period, more than 600,000 soldiers were killed. Therefore, maybe we can say mining accidents, silent war. Most of them occurred from 1900 until 1978, when the laws and the control systems were ineffective. That is the negative side. Let us remember the positive side and not forget the importance of our industry. 30% of our primary energy is provided by coal, and without energy we can all assume how the world would have been. And more than 7 million people in the world work in the coal industry. But at the same time, some of the worst human disasters have occurred in the coal mining industry. And even now, mining is performed in very dangerous conditions in some countries.
Right there.
Yeah.
In the black. In the black, right there. Good.
In days gone by, miners worked with picks and shovels, removing coal by the sweat of their brow. Technology and working conditions have improved over the years, but not everywhere. These are not archived pictures. This is today in Bihar, India. At 300 meters, this coal mine is one of the deepest in the world, still worked by man, not machine. Here in Potos, Bolivia, miners once slaved to fill the coffers of the Spanish conquistadores. Today, they work the mines for themselves, all too often with inadequate tools or regard for their own safety. Mining is one of the most hazardous jobs in the world, but it is not the only one. Hundreds of millions of people are employed in conditions deprive them of dignity, of value, and of life itself. Perhaps 250 million workers, equal to the entire population of the United States, suffer a work-related accident each year. More than 3,000 workers per day die because of the work they do for a living. Even with advances in technology and an awareness of safety standards, coal mining is becoming more, not less dangerous in some countries. In a working life of 30 years, as many as 1 in 3 miners may be killed by explosions, roof fall-ins, or accidents with tools and machinery. In Turkey, a catastrophic mine accident resulted in the deaths of 270. A more insidious kind of death awaits miners who are not killed in accidents. The hospital in Potosi is filled with men whose only lifeline is a tube attached to a tank of oxygen. They know their time is limited, their lives cut short by the mine. Marcelino is one of them. The emerald mines of Colombia grab hold of the lives of men, women, and children alike. The rainy season swells the rivers, drawing throngs of miners who dredge the sludgy discharge of the mines. In a place with little other ways of making a living, emerald mining is truly a river of life. No particle is too small to be salvaged, no one too young, too old, or too disabled to pass up the chance of a fortune.
Now that we have seen a little bit about how safety could be in some other countries, let me remind you of the accident pyramid, which is called Pearson triangle. Accident pyramid or accident triangle, a very useful tool for health and safety, which was based upon almost 1 million accidents in British industry. It does show and prove that the number of accidents in each category, in each part, is proportional to the 2 adjacent to it, 2 or 1 adjacent to it. We are going to use it later. Also, let us remember the accident costs, estimates of ILO, International Labour Organization. For every fatal accident, 7,500 days are lost, and direct cost, $1 million, but according to the iceberg model, that is only the iceberg, tip of the iceberg. The real cost is 10 times or 11 times direct and indirect costs. Therefore, $10 million is the cost of each fatal accident. This is a principle now, that structure determines behavior. This means that in every organization, if the structure is a safe structure, if we have a system, if we have a management system which promotes safety, if we have a culture that takes safety as an important factor, as an important matter, then the workers, the miners also behave safely. What we therefore want to do is to establish a management system which promotes safety. This means the creation of a robust safety management system for ground control, in particular, determines the safe behavior by workers. OHSAS provides easy-to-use guidance and the proven method that will develop a systematic approach to managing hazards. It has been used in other industries, in mining also, but not to ground control accidents. As we saw in the film, most fatalities nowadays occur in developing countries. But in the US and the Western Europe, the situation is totally different. Continuous technological advances and highly skilled workforce. These are the two main reasons why the safety of mines, especially coal mines in the US and the Western Europe, is in the situation that we as mining engineers can all be proud of. For example, in the US, since 1970, coal production has increased by 75%, whilst the number of accidents has decreased by 93%.